Well, hello there. I'm Britbot. The Knights have employed me to tell you about this wonderful deal at audible.com. Audible is the internet's leading provider of audiobooks. With over 150,000 titles, including fiction, non-fiction, and periodicals. One book you silly little gamers may enjoy is Metro 2033. It's the story of life in the Russian subway system after a nuclear fallout. For a free 30-day trial and an audiobook of your choice, head over to audiblepodcast.com/Knightcast. Again, that's audiblepodcast.com/Knightcast. Please stay tuned after the show for some sweet promos from our podcast friends. Well, I jabbered long enough. Ladies and gentlemen, the Knightcast.
Something. I moved my paper. Hold on. January 20th. And you're listening to the Knightcast. This is your host, Hesser. And with me today, the Dark Legend.
What's going on, man?
Hey, bro.
What's doing?
I did a lot since it's been 2 weeks since we had a show.
Yes.
I did a lot of gaming. Got a couple new indie games.
Nice.
Off of Steam. I turned the Xbox on and then back off.
Awesome.
And that's about it. How about you?
I have played quite a few games, or not quite a few games, but I played quite a bit this past 2 weeks, so.
I think you're right. You know, we said before, I was pretty adamant at first about trying to have the Knightcast every week.
Yeah.
And you were like, well, man, it's going to be hard,
Yeah.
news-wise and game-wise to come up with something every week. I was trying to shove everything, it seemed like, into like Thursdays or Fridays before we recorded to get something played to talk about.
Yep.
And at least now, if we start, should we make it official on this show every 2 weeks now?
I would say so.
And I mean, if something, spectacular happens, we can maybe do another, if something happens in between the two shows, we could do every week.
We could do an every week. I mean, we could do a special show for if something, big happens.
Right.
So.
But yeah, I think every 2 weeks is good because that gives more stuff to happen and more stuff to talk about.
And more game time since we don't get very much.
Exactly. So, real life. Anything positive, negative happen on the West Coast?
No, just planning a trip out to California here in 2 months for business. So
Inglewood?
No.
Long Beach, Compton, is that in California?
Yeah, it's in California.
You visiting any of those areas?
I am visiting Los Angeles.
You going to take the tour of the Star Homes while you're there?
Oh yeah, I get to see the Hollywood sign from my sales rep's truck, and yeah, last year I was there, and I got to go to the red carpet. They're rolling it up. I saw it. They're rolling the red carpet up.
Do you drive from Washington
where I live?
to?
No. Nope. No, my company flies me out there. So.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Well, see, at least on the West Coast, you have things you can, like the Hollywood sign, big landmarks you can check out.
You guys got Civil War stuff.
In Georgia, we've got, there's a swamp, the Okefenokee Swamp, and there's Savannah, the port city. With,
nice.
Pirates and shit. There's a lot of pirate history there. That's pretty interesting.
That'd be cool.
But it's a pretty haunted city from what I gather, too.
Yeah, well, you guys got a lot of Civil War type of stuff out there, that direction.
Yeah, but I don't care about any of that.
Well, I do. It's fun.
Well, it's interesting to you, I guess, because you're not exposed to it all the time. And here, it's like there's monuments everywhere, and
that's true.
The town I live in was actually burned down during the Civil War, and then rebuilt. It was one of the ones that was rebuilt after the Civil War. So
what you're saying is I should come burn it down again?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure, why not?
Let's do it. I'll make it a date.
And I'll fly up to Washington and smoke all that legal pot you guys got.
Yeah, well, you gotta wait till they start selling it. They're not selling it yet.
So see, people, we got you covered, coast to coast, corner to corner,
corner to corner,
with gaming news and updates.
Yep.
And whatnots.
Usually doesn't change though.
Mm-mm. You know, thinking back of last year, the games that came out, it seems like there was a couple games that were hyped up real big, like Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag.
Yeah.
And Grand Theft Auto 5.
Didn't do much.
Grand Theft Auto 5 was hyped up real big. Everybody waited all year for that to come out. And loved it.
Yeah.
But it seems like last year, not a whole lot of games. Well, there were some at the beginning of the year, and good things came out. You know, PlayStation got, what was it, The Last of Us?
Yeah, they got The Last of Us.
So, I mean, but it seems like last year was a whole bunch of hype. Everybody was excited for what was happening at the end of the year. And then, you know, the consoles come out with their handful of games, and now there's just, like, nothing. And there's been nothing for the last couple of weeks.
Yeah. And I think that's just bound to happen. I mean, they spent, you know, however many months and years building those games, and you know they're on the new projects now, obviously.
Right. But
do
you think 2014 will be the same?
I'm sure there'll be some games that are hyped up. There's always gonna be games that are hyped. It just depends on to what degree they actually live up to the hype. So,
like, I've heard a lot of hype for Titanfall already, which I'd like to check out. Because I'm sick to death of Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And Destiny comes out, but it's not coming out until like the fall, I think.
Gotcha.
And Elder Scrolls.
Yeah,
Online.
Elder Scrolls Online, that's going to be sweet.
That comes out this year, so... But, you know, right here at the beginning of the year, I mean, I know the spring quarter will be coming up soon, but right now I haven't seen any games besides Titanfall coming out in the spring. And Titanfall is only coming out, you know, Xbox One and PC. Which works out for us, you know, good for us.
Yeah.
Because we'll both pick it up on PC. You can finally play, you know, an FPS together.
Yep.
But I don't know, man. I'm just hoping that 2014 has some big games in it this year.
I'm hoping so. It's good. It'll definitely be. There might, you know, they might come out with a new Battlefield towards the end of the year or something like that, or fix Battlefield, one or the other.
Well, you got your certains like November. You know, the new Call of Duty will come out.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm just spent on Call of Duty. But let's see, other real life stuff. I was gonna dig a ditch this weekend, or over the, you know, last weekend. Let me not pull back the veil of illusion.
You're gonna be a ditch digger?
I was, but that fell through. My mom needed a drainage ditch dug, and I was gonna do that for her, but that didn't work out so well. And she was gonna pay me for the digging the ditch, but it just, I don't know. She got sick. She's not feeling good, so no ditch digging for Hesser this weekend.
Damn.
I know. Now, what a shame. Do you have did you get today off being Martin Luther King Day?
I did not.
You had to work?
I had to work.
You know, the Koreans let us off today.
Well, that sucks.
Well, yeah, you know, I didn't, I told them, they said, you celebrate Martin Luther King Day, right? And I said, yeah.
All the time. Yeah.
Now what Korean holidays do y'all have? I'd be more than happy to celebrate those too. Which I think I said before on the podcast. I got Buddha's birthday off one year.
Nice.
Yeah.
I didn't know Buddha had a birthday.
I didn't either. They said it's Buddha's birthday. We're only working half the day, and I said, great. That's great.
Yeah.
Me too.
It'd be even better if they paid you for it.
They did. They gave us half a day with pay.
Nice.
Yeah, I couldn't complain. Excuse me. And I've been sick as hell over these last 2 weeks, so it's probably a better thing.
That's always good.
I had some congestion. I had the snotsies.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and then now it's just the hacking that never ends. So I'm trying to mute the mic whenever I hack, but if one or two slip through, then I apologize. That's been Hesser's life.
Sweet.
It's been mediocre. Oh, we had a tire blowout, kinda.
I saw that.
My poor wife, she started driving year before last, now that it's 2014. And I bought her a truck as her first vehicle. We sold the truck. She traded the truck even for a car. The car was a piece of crap, so we sold it and we bought a new car last year at tax time.
Yeah.
And she drove it, all year, and finally, the tires on it weren't brand new when we got it, so it was just a matter of time anyway. But one of the front ones, the outside edge, had just kind of run itself bald, and the steel cables were showing through on it.
Gotcha.
So it finally got to the point where we were looking at it and said, you may want to just drive that to the gas station and back. I don't know if I'd take off down the highway in that anymore. So it sat for a little over a week until we finally broke down and bought a used spare to put on just to get us by until the taxes get here.
Gotcha.
And then we'll get new ones.
Nice. Then she'll be out driving around.
Yes, but tires are one of the things that are fucking expensive. More expensive than you think they'd be.
Yeah. How's her job hunting going?
Good.
Good.
She's doing some more art projects and stuff. She sold I don't think I've ever talked about it on the podcast. My wife makes and sells dolls.
Creepy ass dolls.
Creepy ass dolls.
Yep. With cat teeth in them.
Yeah, the one she just finished has cat teeth in it.
Yeah.
And it turned out pretty good. If I remember in the show notes, I'll put a picture of it. But she sold that doll today.
How much did she sell that for?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Not sure. I have to talk to her and see. But she told me that she sold it. So,
huh.
And the good thing was, like, a friend of hers gave her just a bunch of just porcelain dolls. Just the normal creepy grandma's bedroom kind of dolls.
Yeah, I saw those.
And she that's what she does. She'll modify these dolls and repaint them. The doll with the cat teeth in it, I busted its face up with a claw hammer, so to bust the mouth open on it.
Gotcha.
And then we found a dead cat that had been dead for a while, and she took the teeth out and glued them in.
Gross.
Hello, Etsy.
Yeah. Yeah, she needs to get on that Etsy.
We've talked about it.
I told her to.
So, if that she ever makes a webpage or anything, I'll push it on the show. Now, before we actually start take our first break and getting into console news, before we do that, let's talk about audiobooks. Have you ever listened to an audiobook?
Not since I was a little kid.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Like the ones that go and turn the page at the beep or at the tone. That kind of audiobook?
No.
Like a novel?
Yeah, I guess it would be a novel. I think it was Lord of the Rings. So, yeah.
Well, right on.
Yep.
Well, let's talk about Audible for a second.
Audible.
I've listened to a couple books through Audible. I'm lucky where I work that usually 6 of the 8 hours a day I can wear headphones.
That is nice.
So I'm usually listening to other podcasts or the Knightcast.
Yeah, that's kind of creepy. You listen to us again, but
I like to see how much we fuck up and recheck it for continuity.
Gotcha.
And I just like to hear myself talk. So
awesome.
But I also listen to a couple audiobooks from Audible. I listened to Metro 2033, the book. Have you ever heard of it? There's a game on Steam.
I've heard of the game.
It's about life after nuclear fallout in Russia, where everybody lives in the subway tunnels.
Gotcha.
It was really good. The book is really good. So now the game is on my Steam wish list. That and Metro Last Light, to check those out.
Nice.
I forget the name of the book, but it was basically the story of Master Chief. About how he was found, how he was turned into a Spartan, and became the Master Chief.
Huh.
And there was a whole Halo book series, and I picked that one out because that was the one that, from playing the games that kind of interested me the most. So I kind of wanted to check it out. And I listened to a lot of Dean Koontz. Do you know who he is? Kind of horror author, Dean Koontz.
Nope.
I read a lot of his books in high school, and now just don't have the time really to read anymore. And he has, I think there's 6 books in the series. It's called Odd Thomas.
Huh.
And I listened to the first 2 of those from Audible.
Right on.
And for our listeners, do we have a deal for you?
A deal.
That's right. Right now, right this second, if you go to
Around the world,
audiblepodcast.com/Knightcast, you can get a free audiobook. Free!
From us.
Sign up, make an account, get a free audiobook. You also get a 30-day free trial of audible.com, the internet's leading provider of audiobooks. So, free book on us. Check it out. Go get it.
Awesome.
audible.com/Knightcast. All right. So let's take a break here, and when we come back, we'll talk about consoles and shit. And
Consoles
console news.
and shit.
We'll be right back. Hey, we're back. And it's time for console news and what I did on my console in these last 2 weeks. On the Xbox 360 in the last 2 weeks. I turned it on.
Sweet.
I looked at the dashboard.
Yes.
I said, wow, I still got a Christmas theme on here. Let me change that. So I changed the background theme. Sleeping Dogs was free at the beginning of the month for download. From Xbox Live, if you have the Games of Gold promotion, if you got Xbox Live Gold. Now you can pick up, what is it? Assassin's Creed Liberation.
Okay.
On the Xbox Live Arcade for free. But I started downloading, excuse me, Sleeping Dogs, and then I turned it back off and let it finish downloading, and I was done in 2 weeks. That's all I touched the Xbox.
Jeez.
Yeah. As far as news for Xbox World, hey, you've got no games coming out, but you got DLC coming out for Dead Rising 3, the first DLC for it. Xbox One is releasing their first branded controller, the Titanfall limited edition wireless controller.
Looks pretty sweet.
Yeah, it does look pretty cool. So that kind of gets me a little crunk for Titanfall, which I'll play on PC. There was something else I had. Where'd it go? What was it? Oh, Call of Duty Ghosts DLC is coming out. Let me see if I can find a date real quick. But Call of Duty Ghosts, excuse me, DLC is coming out. Adding a couple maps. One of them is called Fog.
Sweet.
And on Fog, you can turn into Michael Myers.
Sweet.
From Halloween, I guess. Yeah, I'm looking at a screenshot of it. Yeah, it's Michael Myers from Halloween. I thought that was bullshit when I first clicked on it. No, it's for real. Okay.
Huh.
I don't know. All right.
I guess maybe it'll be interesting.
Desperation, maybe?
It sounds like it.
Let's see. There's you get a fire axe as you play as Michael Myers. What if you could play as Mike Myers? And you could play as like Austin Powers or Dr. Evil or
you should be able to play as like other random Johnny Depp in like Pirates of the Caribbean or something.
Yeah, see, that'd be cool, but did you ever watch the Halloween movies? Were you a Michael Myers fan?
Not really.
Me either. He was
not really. Yeah. Wasn't anything I was interested in, so.
So you Call of Duty junkies that pay for your season pass, I hope you enjoy playing as Michael Myers.
Yeah, because it's going to be gay.
On this other too big map that they're adding.
I like big maps, and I cannot lie.
No?
But, yeah. But, I just don't care for how Call of Duty's has it set up, so, I don't think I'm going to be taking part in any Call of Duty anytime soon.
You didn't miss anything.
Yeah, I really like Battlefield up until 4.
Yeah.
Although they released a new patch and apparently it made it worse. So that's even better. Thumbs up to you guys.
You know, I think eventually I will pick up Battlefield 4. But
once the bugs are worked out.
Yeah, and I think I'm going to wait for like a price drop
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till a Steam sale goes on.
That's what I'll do. I mean, I'd like to have it and play it to get out of the Call of Duty loop, but I just don't want to play it right now, you know?
Yeah, I'd like to play it right now, but God, it'd be awesome if they could get their shit fixed.
And see, now I've gotten beyond those two games, and now I'm looking forward to either Titanfall or Destiny at the end of the year, near the end of the year, near the holidays of this year.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Titanfall, it seems like that's been in the works for a while. I think E3 of last year they were talking about it.
Yeah, I believe so.
Or was when they first announced it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and it's coming out on PC, so that's where I'll be checking that one out at.
Yeah, it looks like a fun game. So.
And it looks like something different.
Yeah.
Run around. Hey, here's your diamond camo skin for your gun, or
yeah,
the fucking bacon skin,
shit.
or whatever that bullshit was.
Yep.
So, well, that's, as far as Xbox, hey, it's still slow times at the beginning of the year. So
that's true.
Maybe there'll be something out around tax time or spring. I've seen some games that said spring release, early 2014. So maybe we'll have some games to releases to announce then. But right now, all it is DLC. So you got anything for PlayStation or Nintendo?
Nothing really for PlayStation because I haven't really been staying up on top of it. But for Nintendo, I did read that the CEO of Nintendo has admitted that they made a mistake with not releasing some of their big game titles like Mario. That's the one that he mentioned to be released on like Android phones, Apple phones, handheld devices in general, and possibly releasing the title to other competitors like Xbox and PlayStation. He didn't mention the names of the competitors, but obviously you can guess that they're the big hitters that came in and wiped Nintendo out. So he feels that they might have went wrong with withholding those big names from them. He also said there's going to be a huge shakeup in their infrastructure. He said he's not retiring or quitting, but the rest of their crew looks like it might be shaken up. So I'd be kind of worried if I worked for Nintendo right now because it seems like everybody besides him's on the chopping block. So.
But would you want to play Mario on your phone? I know you play Zelda on your phone, but
yeah, I have played Zelda on my phone. He's not stopping me from that.
Well, emulation.
Yeah, emulations, which aren't as fun. I mean, I don't know if they had the side scroller Mario or Super Mario Island or Super Smash Bros. I don't know. I guess I probably wouldn't pick up Super Smash Bros. But like if they had like the original Mario or something like that, or the old like the original Game Boy Mario games for it, I might pick it up.
See, I don't think they should sell out though and release Mario and their titles to Xbox or PlayStation.
I don't think they should sell it out to like Xbox or PlayStation, but maybe like a handheld for their old school Game Boy games would be kind of cool.
Yeah, that's true.
But
maybe the older Marios or whatnot. It'd be cool to play like, what was it, Super Mario 3?
Yeah, Super Mario 3.
Play that on the phone. That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be awesome. Yeah. Especially if you could do like if you could keep 2-player and somehow they made it to where you could do it wirelessly, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
So like you could play it on your phone, I could play it on my phone together. That would be sick. I would pick it up for $19.99 at that point. So.
But I kind of feel like with Mario, Zelda, with Donkey Kong.
Yeah, they're all in Metroid Prime or Metroid, and yeah, they're all Nintendo products.
But do you feel like if Nintendo was to die, that those products should just die with them? Not in a bad way, but not to be fucked over by Xbox, Microsoft, or Sony, or...
Sadly, I do. I hate to say it. I mean, if Nintendo died off or shut down or whatever, it would suck to see the Zelda franchise come to an end. But I don't think anybody could really do it justice. I mean, unless for some reason the developers of those games and stuff switch to one of those other companies, I mean, maybe, possibly then, but it's never going to be the same again, so probably not. Hello?
Oh, well, God, I was on mute. Sorry about that.
Awkward long pause.
Yes, I was talking my ass off. Huh? Nobody could hear me.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what the hell is going on?
I'm going to leave that in, too, so everybody can enjoy that.
Sweet.
So, yeah, if Mario was to die out, I would almost rather it just go. Because I remember playing Sonic on the 360, and it just didn't feel right, you know?
Yeah, Sonic on any other console besides like Sega is just kind of. I mean, I guess Nintendo's all right. That's where it kind of originated. But Sonic, like, it's not where it originated, but it's kind of where it made it big.
Right.
But Sega, I mean, it just never felt right other than playing it on Sega or on, yeah, basically just Sega is the only place I really enjoyed playing it.
And I'd rather have fond memories of what Mario and then tell the grandkids about Nintendos instead of saying, well, I've got Mario on my phone.
Yeah, I've got Mario. It's not Mario, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, that's not Mario. What the hell?
Get the fuck out of here.
So, let's see. So is that okay? Anything else, new releases that you know of?
No, that's basically it.
All right, 6 sad times for consoles right now.
Yeah.
But Steam
has some good sales going right now, man.
Let's jump into the Steam vent.
Steam vent.
You feel it?
I feel the vent.
It's warm.
It is tingly.
A little damp.
It tingles me in my nether regions.
So, okay, before we start talking about the sale, let me tell you this. I made a video and I wrote a post on the website about Listia. And I've picked up a ton of games. Albeit some of them are indie games. I've picked up a ton of games that I've not paid a dime for off of Listia. I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games that I picked up off of there.
Wow.
I got Civilization 5.
Nice. I saw you playing that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that a little more in a minute. That's been a lot of that's been different than the last time I played it on 360. But I'm talking. It's like I said. There's a video. There's an article. Free games. So if you want free games for Steam, it's worth checking out.
Sweet.
I've given away stuff like ultraviolet codes that come with the DVDs we've been buying. People will buy the 20-ounce Cokes, those codes that are under the caps. People will buy those with credits on there.
Huh.
So I've been selling some of those. Netflix, not Netflix, but Redbox codes.
Right on.
I've been selling some of those. And, just turn around taking the credits and bidding on Steam keys.
Right on.
And it's worked out pretty good so far. But that's a great way to get free games. And then humblebundle.com is another place to get some good Steam games.
Yeah, there's some sweet Steam games on there.
Excuse me. Let's see. They got a few days left right now. If you go to the humblebundle.com and go to the weekly sale, they've got all the Arma games. It's the Bohemia Interactive sale this week.
Huh.
So all the Arma games. Even let's see, you've got Arma 2, Take On Helicopters, UFO Afterlight, Alpha Prime, Arma Gold Edition, and Arma Tactics. And you can pick that up with, I assume, any amount of money, because the Humble Bundle is a charity site, and the money they raise selling these games, they donate to charity. So you can pick these games up for like $1 or $2, I think.
Huh.
And then if you spend $6 or more, donate $6 or more, you get all the before mentioned games, plus Carrier Command, Arma 2 Operation Arrowhead, and the DayZ mod for Arma 2.
Nice.
So for $6, you could get 3, 6, 9 games. And especially if you're an Arma fan, then check that out.
Yeah, the DayZ mod looks pretty freaking sweet.
And they've also got games every week on there for just indie games that you could check out.
Yeah, there's quite a few games on there, and they're, I mean, relatively cheap to pick up too. So
So check out humblebundle.com too for some cheap games. All right, there's your cheapo or free games for Steam. Now tell us what you picked up this week, or what you got last week while it was on
I
sale, and been
I
playing this
picked
week.
up. Yeah, I've been playing it this week. I picked up Saints Row the Third because I picked up Saints Row 4. Um, Not realizing that the third one was on Steam. So I beat Saints Row 4. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. But Saints Row 3rd, I picked that up, and I had played Saints Row 2 on the PS3 and beat that. So the third one already have beating the fourth one. It's a nice tie-in. I'm gonna have to go back and play Saints Row 4 again because I think I'll enjoy it a little bit more now, knowing some of the backstory. But Saints Row the Third, man, I picked that up for like $8. I got all the DLCs. Um, it I don't even know what else to say. I mean, for $30, I could have picked up all Saints Rows and all DLCs. So they've got some awesome sales going on right now for Saints Row fans or people
Nice.
looking in to get into it. And this game is just awesome. I mean, I can't put it down. I was playing the Witcher series, and I'm probably about halfway through on the original Witcher, but then I kind of got sidetracked with Saints Row, and I haven't been able to get myself out of it now, especially because I beat Saints Row 4. I started The Witcher, beat Saints Row 4 after starting The Witcher, then started playing The Witcher again. Then I just picked up Saints Row the Third, and I've been playing that. So The Witcher's kind of on and off, but it's a fun game too. So, but it's not on Steam sale. Or it wasn't on Steam sale either this time. So
Right. Right. No, usually run another sale. I mean, they do it like this is out, sporadically for Saints Row, but you just got to kind of keep an eye on it, and then
yeah, and the stupid wish list on Steam for some reason didn't work because I had the third Saints Row the Third in my wish list and it didn't alert me of it. So
right. I could have swore I read something on the wish list that says you'll be notified.
yeah, and it does say that. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's because I didn't have Saints Row the Third, the full package with all the
Oh,
DLCs on
okay.
my wish list. I don't know, but it should. I mean, Saints Row the Third just by itself was on a Steam sale, and it didn't alert me of that. I don't know. Something must have happened. I don't know.
It's bullshit.
Bullshit.
But let's see. I played Civ 5.
You played what?
Sid Meier's Civilization 5. Civ
Oh
5.
yeah, Civ 5. Yep.
I've been playing the same match for 2 days.
Oh dear God.
Yeah, okay. So I forget which version of it is on the 360. But that, I played a ton of it on the 360. And then I picked it up on Listia for free. I was pretty thrilled. And I downloaded it from Steam, been playing it, started a game. I've got it on the easiest setting just to see how many, the differences between the PC version and the 360 version, and there's a lot. There's a lot.
Sweet.
I mean, there's a lot. You have a lot more options as far as upgrade or your research you can do. The research and your building construction, unit construction. There's at least twice as many things to build or research
Gotcha.
than was on the 360. And I tried to take over a neighboring city on the PC version and couldn't do it. I tried for at least an hour, kept building units, different kinds of units, trying to take the city over, and couldn't do it. And it was fairly easy on the 360, and it's not easy at all on the.
No.
And I mean, I didn't really plan ahead as far as being I'm playing as George Washington.
You play. Hey, me too. That's what I play as well.
I was like, I know him. Well, I don't know him, but I've heard of him more than
I've-
anybody else.
I've met him before.
I see him all the time on these monies.
Yeah.
But so I guess it's kind of in how you start the game. Like I guess if I was intending on being like a tyrant, then I should have built a lot more, I guess, attack units to start with.
Yeah, probably.
Moved them around, killed some barbarian camps and leveled them up, and Yeah, I was not prepared with what I had. So now, right now, I'm at war with Germany. They've declared war on me, and
they're kicking your ass.
well, no, they're heading my way. And I was like, well, let's just save it right here. And over 2 days in the evenings, I've played probably 3 hours one night and 3 hours the next.
Nice.
And it's addictive as fuck because I'll move some people around. I'll start them. My worker's doing something, and then it's like, click next turn. All right. Well, they're still working. Nothing's moving. Nothing's finished researching. Next turn. Next turn. I need to go to bed. Well, one more turn.
Yep.
All right. Well, nothing happened yet. Let me do one more turn.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let me start this research now, or build. Start construction of this building, and then I'll cut it off. And then about 50, 60 turns later, I'm finally like, all right, can't hold my eyes open anymore. Got to go to bed.
Yeah, I've seen you up. Shit, you were staying up later than I was some nights. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, you yelled at me one night. It was midnight here that night. You talked to me. You were like, aren't you going to bed? And I was like, fuck.
Yeah. I was like, oh my god, what the
I've been playing everything full screen, so I don't have a clock anymore at the bottom to let me know what time it is.
Oh shit.
And like I say, I don't know what it is about Civ, but it's one of those games that I get kind of sucked into and just you just lose track of time. So
yeah,
it just went by too quick, or it felt like it was going by slow, just clicking next turn.
No shit.
I don't know. It's fun. I got to finish my first game still. It's taken 2 days so far, but I'll finish it. And then I like the mode. The modes on 360. It was more or less you couldn't pick, the landmass you were going to play on.
Yep.
It just auto-generated something. On this one, you have a choice. You have a choice of like.
Yeah, you have quite a few choices.
Like a Pangea almost, where all the land is connected, or you can have it mainland and some islands, or you can have it set up like the actual world map now.
Yep.
And I just chose like a random Pangea to try and stay out of the water some. I think next time I want to play as the actual world map as it is and try that out. Have you played it like that?
I played world map, and then we put it on as many basically it was the extra large map, or the largest map that you can do. We used the world map as a template, and then put out as many opponents as possible. Me and my buddy started, luckily, in South Africa. He was on one side of South Africa, and I was on the other side. And I made my way towards him, and made an alliance with him, fighting barbarians, because we had barbarians on hardcore. So like every turn we had like encountered like 10 barbarians. And roughly about 6 hours later, we had killed off 2 or 3 enemies together, and had basically no military left, and just decided to quit because we hadn't left South Africa yet.
Now, you get different leaders you can choose from.
Yeah.
Like Washington, I forget who it is for Germany.
Genghis Khan.
Yeah, Genghis Khan. I think Cleopatra is on there.
I think Napoleon is on there somewhere.
Are they in the parts of the world they're supposed to be in?
No.
On the world map?
No, like I was George Washington, so I built Washington D.C. in South Africa, and then Delaware showed up, and then Texas was over there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it doesn't matter. It just depends on who you start with, and then they build the sittings accordingly. So yeah, it wasn't. Washington D.C. in the middle of South Africa is nowhere near where it's supposed to be.
Well, I thought it puts you at least somewhere, geographically close. Nope. I mean, I know the cities may not be in the right place, but at least starts you in North America if you're going to be.
Nope.
Oh, well. Okay.
Starts you in a random location every time.
That's cool. I may still try it out on the world map, though. Because that looked interesting. It's just, like I said, I'd never seen that before. At least not on the 360 version, so. But anyway, all right. I've rambled a lot about that. Did you play anything else besides Saints Row?
I played quite a bit of NBA 2K14 on the PC. That was pretty sweet.
How's that?
It is a bitch to get used to when it's basically it's just a port over is all it is. It's a port from I believe Xbox. So it's a real bitch to get used to the controls and get them down and everything. But once you get them down, it's really fun. So basically what?
Do you like basketball or do you just like basketball games?
I follow the Portland Trailblazers. I'm not like a huge sports fanatic or anything by any means, but like I follow them on occasion, and I just enjoy playing sport games every once in a while. Like I think last year I picked up when Blockbuster was going out of sale. I picked up a NCAA football game and played that for a few months, just on and off, just having fun with it. Other than that, like I really could care less about sports, but I follow the Blazers every once in a while. They're doing pretty good this season, so.
Do you play as them?
No, actually, I in the career mode, they start you off and it's like what the hell do they call it? Like a rookie game or something like that. And basically, it's just a scouting game. So you play, and then all the major league scouts are there and stuff, and they grade you and critique you. And then at halftime, they give you a report and they tell you what you need to do better and stuff like that. And they grade you like from F all the way to A plus.
Right on.
And so I got an A plus. So then it came to the NBA draft, and I got round 1, pick 1 drafted. So I was the very first person out of everybody drafted, and I got drafted to the Cleveland Cavaliers. And so I'm going to play with them for my first season. It gives you, like, I got drafted. I'm a point guard, and I got drafted as, like, a third string. And now I'm a starter, but I'm shit, what the hell am I? I'm a points guard, but I don't start as that. I start as something else. I can't remember. So I'm working my way, kicking the starting point guard out of his position. I've set a couple NBA records. I've set all the team records. My guy has an average of, I think it's like 44 points per game or something like that.
Right.
So he's number 1 right now in points in the whole NBA and a few other things. So I think I'll probably play the rest of the season with them because we're like 14-0. Just to go to the finals and have a flawless season. And then I might demand a trade or request a trade or something. They give you the option to, like, it's me or him, and then basically you pick out somebody on the team, and whether or not your GM tells you whether or not he's going to get rid of him, and if he doesn't get rid of him, then he offers you a trade, or you can demand a trade from him. So.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Did you hear the Steam news?
About the Steam box?
Well, there's Steam boxes now.
Yeah.
Did you hear the news about the controller?
Yeah, the no more touchscreen?
Yeah, fucking bummer.
Yeah,
I saw
that.
I thought if anybody was going to do it, Steam would put a touchscreen on the controller.
Yeah, it seemed really cool, but apparently it wasn't for them or something. I don't know.
Yeah, they replaced it. They're going to replace what would have been the touch screen with buttons now.
Yep.
That's kind of a bummer.
Yep.
And they're working on some VR stuff.
For VR?
Virtual reality.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
But Valve is foregoing creating their own and is going to spend some time with the Oculus Rift since it's already out.
Really?
Yeah, so that could be something to look forward to in the future.
That'd be cool.
Have you seen any of the Oculus Rift stuff?
A little bit of it.
I've seen demos of people like wearing it, and they're like a roller coaster demo, where it looks like no matter where you turn your head, it looks like you're riding this roller coaster.
Yeah, crap, what else was it? Something else. I think I saw like a multiplayer or something of it. I'm not positive. It looked like it was two people playing together, but when they looked over, they could see each other right next to each other.
Right. Well, I saw one that was hacking with the mute button on, but it was a horror game. And as you're walking through it, you've got a map in your hands, and the only way to look at the map is you have to physically look down to look at the map.
Huh.
And they say when you like look back up, they put some cheap, jump scares in there.
Mm-hmm.
Or like you'll look down, there's a statue in front of you, and you look back up and the head is turned on the statue.
Huh.
And that shit would be kind of freaky considering once you've got that Oculus Rift on your head, you're kind of in it.
Yeah, there's no looking away.
All right, you can't look away from like the monitor because it's on your head. You don't have any choice. So
yeah,
that
brings a whole new sense of reality to it.
But I was thinking, what if they had like the Oculus Rift, and you could put it on, and you could buy. I imagine it had like a front-facing camera on it. So as you're looking through the monitors, you're like looking around your house, on your screen in your face.
Yeah.
What if they had like virtual goods you could buy, and like could place like art or whatnot? You could buy gaming art and hang it on on your house in your real house.
That'd be
the
cool.
Oculus Rift, but you could only see it with the Rift on.
That'd be sweet.
Wouldn't that be interesting?
That'd be interesting. Yeah.
You just never want to take it off. I just want to live in that world then.
Yeah, it'll kind of be crap. What the hell is that movie where they plug themselves into?
The Matrix.
No, it's no, it's like where they plug themselves in. Yeah, they plug in. No, they plug in and then they lay in these chairs and these robot. They take control of robot bodies.
Never
heard of that?
Pacific Rim.
No, I don't.
The
remember.
Matrix.
yeah, the Matrix. Yeah, the second time you said it sounded right.
It's still not the Matrix.
No, it's still not the Matrix.
Is it the Matrix Revolutions, the third one?
No, it's not. I mean, it's Matrix 2 actually.
I knew it.
Yeah. Crap. I'm gonna look it up really quick now. Continue on with the podcast. Now we'll be back in a second. Or
you've got the the Oculus Rift on with the forward-facing camera, and you could buy pets. You could buy like a dragon.
A dog.
A dragon.
Oh, a dragon. Come on. What about a dog?
Well, you can have that in real life. We gotta have something you can have in Rift. Oculus.
I want a unicorn.
But you could have a unicorn walking around your house that you could only see with a Rift on.
That'd be fucking. Can you kick the unicorn?
Sure.
Okay, cool.
You could interact with it. You could pet it. You could.
I'm gonna cut off its horn.
You could suck its horn. You could do whatever you wanted.
I'm gonna cut off its horn and stab it with it.
But how cool would that be?
That'd be freaking sweet.
We need to design this and patent this shit right now.
Right now.
Nobody stole that idea. It's already patented.
Yep, it's patented. By the time you hear this, it'll be patented. Send us money so we can patent it.
We're selling that idea to Oculus.
Yep.
Virtual house.
Virtual house with dragons and unicorns.
Exactly.
Gosh, I thought I owned that movie, but I cannot find it. Oh well, whatever.
The Matrix?
Yeah, that's not the goddamn Matrix.
That's what I'm going to title this episode of the show is It's the Matrix.
It's the Matrix.
So, alright, Steam, we played some crap, and they fucked the controller over, just like Sony did, and they're going to have VR stuff. Hey, Gabe Newell is doing, I got to look and see if he's already done it by this point, but I know he was talking about doing a AMA on Reddit, so I'm kind of curious to see what that was like. You know what an AMA is?
No.
Ask Me Anything.
Oh.
He said I forget what it was, maybe it was a charity that if it raised so much money, he was going to do an AMA on Reddit.
Gotcha.
I haven't looked to see if they're raising enough money, but I think it was getting pretty close, so I need to look and see.
Right on.
And just see what he got asked and what he answered. So
he got asked a bunch of stuff and decided he wasn't going to answer anything.
Yeah, really. All right, well, that's all I got for Steam. Is that it with you?
That's it for me.
All right, we're going to take another break, and we'll be right back, and we'll wrap this show up.
Sweet.
Okay, we're back. And we've got iTunes reviews. Finally. You people listened to me and left us a review on iTunes. We are on iTunes. I'll put the link will be in the show notes For every episode, there's a link to iTunes for our podcast and a link to Stitcher. You can subscribe to the show through either one of those links with whatever podcast service you use. And leave us a review, and we'll read it on the show. So we got reviews on iTunes, and now I'm going to read them on the show.
Because we're awesome.
Excuse me. Shit. All right. The first one is from, I don't know. It says CBGRSDGHXGYF.
I wonder if that's Penniless Dancer 69.
I don't know. It was left on December 26, 2013. That shows how long it's been since I've checked this. But it says, these guys do it all. From game reviews to gaming news. They even have some great contests and giveaways on their site. I crack up with every episode. Worth checking out. So thank you, CBGRSDGHXGYF, for that. And the next one is from Rin Mike D. Left 5 stars and says fresh. A fresh take on gaming from non-insiders who give straight opinions about a huge variety of gaming. I don't want to call him out, but, you know, Rin Mike D, that may be Michael David.
Could be a good possibility.
From a Skyrim podcast. Did you listen to their show last week?
I did not.
They had, we had Android on the show for our Skyrim episode, and he was on the episode of a Skyrim Addict last week.
Nice.
And they were kind of geeking out over Skyrim. Instead of poor Michael David, he's on there. He gives good updates about what he's doing, but he's alone on the show usually.
Yeah.
So it was good to hear some banter with between two people about Skyrim. So that was a good episode. So
nice.
Go check out a Skyrim Addict podcast on iTunes, and it's also on Stitcher.
Yeah, I'm going to need to bring my iPod home so I can download some podcasts and listen to them at work.
But no reviews on Stitcher, so if you're listening to the show right now and you're on Stitcher, hey you.
We love you.
What are you doing? What are you doing on that Stitcher? Hey, leave us a review.
Why the hell are you not leaving us a review?
Let us know that, because I look at the numbers, there's people listening on Stitcher. And I don't mean to laugh at it, it's just, hey, if you're on Stitcher listening, write to me, Hesser at 9nights.net, or leave something on our Facebook page. And say, hey, yeah. I listened to you on Stitcher. Excuse me. All right. I have an email address. Hesser at 9nights.net.
Yep.
Or
I was trying to leave a long, awkward pause there. I also have an email address. It's darklegend at 9nights.net.
And if you've got something for the podcast specifically, we'll read it on the show. We'll answer it. We'll talk about it. We may call you a fool. Whatever. Podcast at 9nights.net. We have a Facebook page. We usually on the Facebook page update what's going on the site. So if, hey, add us on Facebook. There's a link on our website, 9nights.net. Under the, is it Contact Us tab?
Yep, Contact Us tab.
And, you're looking at Facebook anyway. So go ahead.
You might as well like us.
So like our page. And then when you see something from the 9 Nights, like your partial review of Saints Row.
Yeah, well, and let me just clarify that really quick. I mean, it's the end of the show, but the reason I wrote a partial review was because there's a lot of spoilers throughout the whole entire thing, and the things that happen in Saints Row, as in with the previous Saints Rows, things happen in the game that spoil the ending that lead up to it, so you can't really write a detailed review because you're going to spoil the whole entire game. I might go back and fix that and spoil the whole entire game for you guys here in the next few weeks after I get done with Saints Row the Third, because it's playing out the same way, where if I write a good review for it, it's going to spoil it. But I've been video capturing some of my favorite scenes on the Third, and so I might just ruin the Third and the Fourth for you, so we'll see.
Awesome. Hey, we got it. Speaking of videos, we got a YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
The 9 Nights. You can search for The Nine Nights on YouTube, or there's a link on our under the Contact Us tab at ninenights.net.
A lot easier to go that direction.
I put up a Listia video on how to use it and what I've been doing on there and how I get free games. So that's on YouTube. You can check that out. And that was kind of a beta test to make sure that all my screen capture equipment was going to work on the computer. So now that I know it does, I can start putting up some game videos.
Right on.
And I want to make sure it worked with my mic and everything. And it checks out. So there'll be more videos from Hesser in the future on there.
Sweet.
Facebook, YouTube. We got a Twitter at
tweet
at the Nine Nights. I've been posting a little more on there. I'm trying to stay positive and keep posting. We haven't done a lot this week though on the side. We've been gaming.
We've been gaming and lifing.
Fucking Civilization. Just sucking my life away. 3 hours at a time.
I've been searching for Johnny Gap, motherfucker.
And let's see, and that's it, I guess. Let's see. Oh, if you play Xbox, Hesser Almighty on Xbox, or Hesser414 on Steam, add me.
Nice.
Tell them yours. Tell them your names.
My Steam name is Dark Legend, but it's spelt out funny, guys. It's all in Leet language, so it's got the letters in there mixed in as well. So it's D4RKL3G3ND.
That's the stupidest thing you could have ever done.
Fuck you. Dark Legend and Dark Legend with 2 Ks were taken. So, and even though I'm not on the PlayStation that often anymore gaming, you can still add me and I will accept next time I'm on. It's Dark Legend with 2 Ks. And I'm actually going to throw us back into a previous section really quick because I just popped onto a Blizzard website.
Rewind.
Rewind. Rewind.
What we got?
Blizzard is possibly going to let you pay to boost your World of Warcraft characters.
Good.
Or they're thinking of giving you an instant level 90 when you pre-order the next expansion. I know I did that on the servers that we played on. But this is going to cause some turmoil with some of the real hardcore World of Warcraft players. I mean, some noob could come on and just get an instant 90. And, I mean, just think of the trouble that we had when I did instant 80s on our server with my armor and stuff. I mean, it took us a long time to get me armor that was suitable that I could actually do anything. So think of these instant 90s who don't know how to play the game. At least we knew how to play the game and knew how to craft stuff. Right. But some of these noobs that are going to come in aren't going to know anything.
But think of also the players that have a bunch of alts and have to level them every time from 0 to 90 all the way.
Yeah, so, but those hardcore gamers, I mean, that's what they love doing. So,
you know what Blizzard could do?
Make it frickin' free to play for everybody.
Free to play, yeah.
Yeah. Then maybe we'd get back into it again.
Your time's coming, Blizzard. That $15 a month, people are going to say fuck it pretty soon. So
I'm thinking that this might be a last ditch effort. I mean, they've pretty much opened up everything now that you can do on a private server on their server, except for the fact that you have to pay to be on there. So I'm thinking maybe private servers are going to be a thing of the past in the next couple of years, and Blizzard will be a free product.
That'll be nice, and then everything will work.
Then we can get back in the World of Warcraft again and not have to worry about bugging out.
Exactly.
All right, well, anyway, sorry about that little banter.
Nah, that's cool. That's cool. That's good news.
Yeah, that's good news.
For some people.
Yeah, and extremely bad news for some other, but oh well.
Exactly.
Screw those people.
I may go back eventually and check out Warcraft again. I've thought about going back and doing, now they've got, you can play to like level 20, playing as a Pandaren and just checking out some of the new stuff.
Huh, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, I've thought about it. Haven't done it yet, but I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, there's a few other games out there that are MMOs that are free that are actually starting to get pretty big fame, so.
Heck yeah. And Elder Scrolls is on the horizon.
Yeah, that's, even if World of Warcraft went free, I think Elder Scrolls would still get my money.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how that goes, especially since that's going to consoles, too.
Yeah.
But we'll keep you updated right here at ninenights.net.
Yes, we will. And our website's going to be undergoing cosmetic changes too here in the next week, so bear with us.
I love it.
Yes.
All right. Well, hey, that's all I got for this week. It's been a long 2 weeks. Got a lot of gaming done. It has been a long
2 weeks.
Give us something to talk about.
Yep, and we will be back in another 2 weeks.
That's right. So if you're listening to this show now, just keep your panties on because it's going to be 2 weeks. But I'd rather wait 2 weeks and give you a nice full show instead of us sitting there before the show going, what the fuck are we going to talk about?
Yeah, son of a bitch, Google something.
That's right. Just look up anything. Just rumors, anything. What we got?
No more talking about who's the porn champion of consoles.
Exactly. Well, all right. So, everybody, that's your Knightcast for this 2 weeks. So, hang in there for 2 more weeks, and we'll be back with a fresh new episode. Legend, thanks for joining me.
Oh, anytime. My pleasure. Thanks for having me on.
All right. Good to hear from you.
Yeah, good to hear from you too, man.
All right. Everybody else, thank you, and we'll talk to you in 2 weeks.
Later.
Bye, everybody.
Let me introduce you to my friends. Mike.
I'm a geek.
Josh.
Yeah, he's a 1,000-year-old sorcerer, and his most commonly used spell is to make his snake rigid.
Pat. And me, Joel.
A joker, a smoker, a midnight toker, and I play my music in the sun.
Did someone feed Joel after midnight?
We're old friends, geeks, and now we have a podcast.
Yes. And I've always said that Pat's got a face for radio, so...
Most people have agreed.
40 going on 14. A show with controversial topics.
No, is that the karate game where you would punch the bull in the head?
In-depth discussions.
Patrick, what have you got going?
Really nothing.
And a whole lot of nerdiness.
We're going to ask for a game about a Yeti. I was like,
yes.
Are you asking for a game by Yeti Incorporated, or are you asking for a game featuring a Yeti? Because I have one of each over here.
Join us every week as we discuss video games, movies, toys, cartoons, and anything else that kept us from getting laid in our youth.
Well, this is good radio then.
40 going on 14.
Oh, Bumblebee.
Yeah. He's in another wacky situation again.
Find us on iTunes, 40go14.com, and many other fine podcasting directories.
This has been a Knightcast Media production.